Well, hey friends, here we are firmly planted in 2021. So what's the message for 2021? Well, the message, friends, hasn't changed a bit. The message is still the same. The message of the cross, the message of the gospel, the message of good news that Jesus Christ is coming back soon. Friends, as we get closer and closer to the return of Jesus Christ, we will see more and more insurrection around the world. We will see more and more troubles around the world. Last year we had COVID-19. I hate to be a bearer of bad news, but the Bible tells us, and Jesus tells us himself, that in the last days there will be perilous and troublesome times. People will be lovers of themselves, not lovers of God. Friends, we're seeing this happen in the last days. People are spending more and more time, more and more effort to make themselves look better, make themselves greater, make themselves richer. The Bible tells us in the last days knowledge will increase. Of course it is. We're getting more intelligent as we have stuff like Facebook. We've got Google. We've got YouTube. Knowledge rather, is increasing all around the world. Things that we could not possibly have known years ago because of the lack of media, because of the lack of social media, because of the lack of internet connectivity, we now can gain access to very, very easily. Knowledge is definitely and clearly increasing in the last days. Sin is also increasing in this last days. Rebellion is increasing in this last days. COVID-19 is the worst thing that we've seen, or I've seen in my lifetime, as far as an international pandemic is concerned. But friends, we can be assured as we go forward that things are not going to get better globally, but things are going to get worse globally. In your personal space, in your home, in your family, you can have victory through Jesus Christ. But globally, internationally, things are not going to get better. War is going to be knocking on our door in 2021. As we can see, in America, there's so much of trouble, so much of strife, so much of insecurity. Every prophet that I know of has made it clear that Donald Trump is God's agent. Donald Trump will win a second term. Donald Trump has in fact, according to prophecy, won the second term. It has just not been revealed to us as yet, but it will be shortly. I am very, very confident of a Donald Trump second term, even in these last few days before the president of America is confirmed. So how does that impact us? Why should we even be concerned about American politics? Well, the President of America is a very powerful man globally. The President of America, some say, is actually the President of the world in a certain sense. The reforms he brings affects the entire globe. Friends, I believe Donald Trump is God's agent. I believe he's going to bring some change to the world. I believe he's also going to bring possibly war to the world very, very shortly, not by his own doing, but by God, because God in the last days initiates war. It's not man that initiates war, but God that initiates war. The Bible tells us that in the last days, God himself will pull the kings of this world by their nose and bring them to a place that is called Armageddon, the mountains of Megiddo in Israel, in the Middle East. Friends, this has to take place. This is not something we can pray against. This is not something that we can say to God, Father, please stop this war. No, this is not a man-initiated last day war. This is a God-initiated last day war, because God has to bring justice to the entire world according to Scripture. So friends, as we enter into the last days, the bad news is things are not going to get better. The good news is Jesus Christ is still the same yesterday, today, and forever. And Jesus has said in his word, and that's my message to you today, if you believe and are baptized, you will be saved. If you don't believe and are not baptized, you will be condemned. That is the message for 2021 as we enter into these last days of man's rule on this world. I pray that God will bless you and your family and your household in 2021. And I trust that as believers in Jesus Christ, he will indeed bless your family, even in the midst of trouble, even in the midst of war, even in the midst of this pandemic that seems to be flowing into something different. God is able, God is willing to protect you and to protect your family in 2021. So God bless you. Stay in faith and watch this space.